forward to seeing Malik Lewis. He said he looks like he can be a 3-and-D guy, which obviously we know works out very well in the NBA. But not only that, after interviewing him, he said he's very self-aware. He knows exactly who he is, and he knows about his potential, but he also knows his shortcomings. He said that's a guy that I think will do well because he knows how to grow, but he also is confident in what he's already doing. So he's also looking to see if he can do a little bit more today because he didn't see enough from him yesterday.
Yeah, last chance to try to show out in front of the scouts and executives that are here as we get a shot there from Jarin Stevenson coming off the bench. He played his college basketball in Alabama. The Crimson Tide making it to the Final Four this year under Nate Oates.
Mentally than anything else.
Yeah, Lewis limited minutes in the game yesterday, hoping to get a more extended run today to showcase his talents. Turnover there by Team Black. Matthew Morrell in transition. 15-9 in favor of Team White. Another turnover. Team Black on the run. And we get a Team White. Judah Mintz now on the floor. Had a good sophomore season at Syracuse, one of the top players in the ACC. And that will all be taken into context when teams make their evaluations on these players. And I know, Will, you talked to a number of people who said that, you know, each team looks at those drills in different ways.
Yeah, they do. And then when you go up to the spot-up shooting.
Saw Jameer Nelson missing the jump shot. You can't miss Jameer Nelson. He's got those fluorescent lime green slides going, and wearing number 5 in black just to enter the game. And he's a guy, of course, his dad played a long time in the NBA. He's now the general manager of the Delaware Bluecoats in the G League. Drive to the hoop by Nelson Jr.
Already early is a lot of one-on-one early shots in the shot clock. Guys looking to impress. Now, I'm curious, you know, you know, as far as what you're attempting to do as a player. Nicely done there by taking it to the hoop. So that these, you know, as we talk about this, there's a new term now that everybody, you know, remember it was the process, right? You want guys that are efficient, not necessarily volume guys. And Babar there is one of those guys.
Got a lot of guys deep in the weeds. You know, we saw some
really
star players, but some guys that maybe didn't hear much about in their NBA careers.
Very good job.
Jameer Nelson Jr. obviously paying attention, watching his dad showcase his talent. And Jameer Nelson, even though senior was undersized, he was a heck of a player in the NBA.
He really was, and that's a guy that you talk about, you know, a mid-range guy. He liked to be physical.
Draft. The Wizards will select 2nd, the Houston Rockets 3rd, the San Antonio Spurs 4th, and the Chicago Bulls no lottery luck.
And that's another, I mean, it's a skill set as far as the ability to generate offensive rebounds, keep balls alive, create second chance opportunities. There were probably a couple aspects of his game that the scouts wanted to see today, and specifically, how does he handle the ball against pressure?
Corner jumper for Jarin Stevenson is long.
You know, I thought actually Stevenson did an excellent job there as a big, of moving his feet, staying in front of the player. And another thing, Stevenson, I watched him in the 5-star drill where they shoot threes at 5 different locations.
Yeah.
I know at Alabama he didn't shoot a lot of threes, but he's done a nice job. He's got a nice little shot as far as how he settles. Now look at him move his feet. What I don't know is where exactly was the foul that was called, helping you out and getting the all necessary touches during the game.
We saw a traveling violation by number 30, Arthur Kaluma. He was an impressive player in yesterday's game, kind of off to a slow start here. He's turned the ball over a couple of times and trying to pull.
It's just some of these guys see this as their last opportunity because they weren't one of the, what was it, top 70? 75 that actually will be here that get in today, and their pre-draft camp starts tomorrow. Those are the guys that most of the teams feel like are best suited, you know, to be drafted in the upcoming draft.
Nice work there by number 54 in black, Jarin Stevenson out of Alabama, just working the offensive boards, couldn't get it to fall, and he got called for an offensive foul.
Now, this is the other thing. This is kind of interesting. You're actually seeing right there Mintz. Now watch out. Watch what goes on. I thought he just went up. He came down.
Oh, I caught him in the head, yeah, on the way down.
But that's just somebody, I mean, what is he supposed to do when the player's right underneath of him? I mean, he was, as they say, he was in his cylinder. He was in his space. I mean, how's he not supposed to hit him in the head?
As Matthew Morrell going. Babacar Sane missing from way outside, but Team Black able to get another possession. There's Dual. He'll try the corner three. That's no good. Again, they've got.
He just puts the ball down and attacks with the left hand.
Morrell, we talked about his three-point shot. That time he misses from the corner. Here comes Babacar in the open court, losing the dribble, gets it back.
A little sloppy there by Babacar. And that's what I'm talking about. Just when you find yourself getting out of control, it's okay to give up the basketball.
Gianna, you've got more on Sane.
He needs to prove a lot more today, they said, because he hasn't been able to produce. But his personality, they love so much about him. But Babacar, he's had a tough showing here at Elite Camp. But watch out for him if he gets an open run, because he really can fly.
Yeah, and unfortunately for Sane that time, he was a victim of the elements. We had some condensation inside the lane there.
Now let's talk about Stevenson for a second. I mean, this is what we talk about as far as now all these scouts right here, right? I think because of his size, the scouts are interested. Because he has the ability to knock down the three, scouts are interested. Things just aren't really going his way. The effort is there. I mean, we talked about the offensive foul. I totally disagree with that call.
Yeah.
Questionable call on the defensive end when he went up to contest the shot, right? But at the same time, he can't allow these frustrations of what he thinks is, bad circumstances affect how he plays. I think the one thing that he's shown that he has a high motor. I think he's done an excellent job as far as the effort that he's playing with. And right now you see him shaking his right wrist because when he was going for that basketball, pure hustle play, he probably landed awkwardly, so it doesn't feel the best, but he's got to figure out a way just to keep playing.
Gianna, Jarin Stevenson only started 5 games as a freshman, so a very raw developing player.
Definitely, but also something special about him that people might not know. He loves cooking, competitive cooking shows, and cooking himself. But for him, he likes to put all that competitiveness into basketball, but he said, catch me for breakfast, because I got you guys. So it's funny just to see what these guys are like off the court, because that goes into what scouts are looking at as well. What is this person like in totality?
Did he give you any of his other specialties that he likes to cook?
French toast, omelets. It was very breakfast-oriented, but pasta, he said it might be a cop-out, but pasta.
Well, I wish I'd have known that. We could have put him to work catering a Mother's Day brunch for us, right?
That's also where you just, to test him out, we're going to do a special on him. He's going to have to cook a meal for us.
America's top chefs, Jarin Stevenson.
Well,
push it in transition. That shot.
So interesting enough, if you look at Jarin Stevenson, he wasn't wearing that sleeve in the first half. I wonder if he did something to his arm when we saw that loose ball situation where he went diving on the floor. The officials you're using throughout Monday through Thursday. They said there's a camp in Orlando, there's another camp in Sacramento. They're talking about Vegas as well.
Yeah. Stevenson in the corner, got nothing going.
Why doesn't Stevenson acknowledge the fact that he's got a mismatch and get down in the post?
Yeah, he's got about a half-a-foot advantage on Burden, and should have just taken him in the post, but instead passed it back out. They were able to get a foul call.
But he also just parked himself out on the corner there, and and right there you see the coach talking to him about that, as far as, okay, I understand you're trying to show other teams that you want to shoot the three, but when you got a size mismatch like that, you got to take advantage of it. Spin out, go down into the block, call for the basketball.
So these guys, even though maybe they might not get drafted or selected to go to the combine, they're still fighting for something. And so hopefully they're realizing that, because there's a lot at stake that could propel your career. Some of the guys that play in the G League never.
First game winds up today, so go to X, place your vote, and maybe your selection will visit with Gianna after the game. Matthew Morrell going over the hoop, misses, and the rebound goes to Ogana Onyenso. On ahead to Stevenson with the big flush.
And that's what Stevenson can do here. I mean, he's got good speed, he's got length. That is a kid that I have a feeling that, even if he doesn't get invited to this upcoming week, that a lot of teams are going to be taking an interest in, as far as he'll have multiple opportunities to play on different summer league teams.
Nice fast break. Jameer Nelson Jr. running it. They're really playing well for that Miami Heat team. Shot missed from the outside by Adama Ball. Battle for a rebound, another possession. Morrell, he'll attack the paint. A step back jumper, rattles out. We get a foul underneath her.
Where I tell you what, Morrell's had a lot of looks today, even some right at the hoop that have kind of rattled in and out.
Yeah, he's had a tough afternoon shoot.
Still struggling to get good quality shots. You know, the interesting thing is here we have 9:23 left, and it's a low-scoring game, 54-53. But, you know, as you say, when you look at the box score, you see, as you talk about it, 18-14, 18-19-14 game. Everybody got to play yesterday as well.
End-to-end drive there. Shot blocked from behind by Jarin Stevenson, but we get a foul. Let's go down to Gianna.
He has so much support, but he's really trying to show up for Caribbean kids, guys.
And he's shown himself well today. At only 19 years of age, he's got 10 points, 5 rebounds. He's been active on both ends. So I don't know where the journey is going to continue for Malik Lewis, but he definitely has a bright basketball future. Gianna.
I don't think you guys would ever guess this, but Blake Hinson has a hidden talent. I said, do you have something special that we would never know? If you want to just tell us yourself, he said professional, any game like that he could do, he would. I said, what's the best thing that you've gotten out of one of those comments?
3 with 3.5 minutes to go here in the opening game of our doubleheader. We got another game coming up in about a half hour after the first one ends. We'll feature Team 1 and Team 4. So keep it here on the stream and enjoy
Today with the family and her mother.
Okay.
I told her, unfortunately, I had to work.
Matthew Morrell trying another 3. That one comes up short as well. He's had a tough day from long distance. 3 of 12 from the field, 1 of 6 from the